Let's be honest, for decades, the trading game has felt, well, kind of rigged. You've got Wall Street with their billion-dollar algorithms and armies of PhDs, and then there's the rest of us, just trying to keep up. But that's all changing, right now. Today, we're diving deep into how a brand new wave of AI is handing regular investors honest-to-goodness Wall Street-level superpowers. So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with Wall Street's old game and why it's been such an uphill battle. Then we'll get into your new secret weapon, the algorithmic advantage. We'll break down 5 specific AI superpowers you can use today. After that, we'll talk about the winning strategy, the human plus AI hybrid. And we'll wrap up with a hard truth. In this new world, you either adapt or you get outcompeted. Okay, first things first. To really get why these new tools are such a game changer, we have to understand the unfair fight that people like you and me have been stuck in for years. And it all really comes down to this one kind of brutal question. It's a question that's haunted individual traders forever. Why do so many people who try their hand at the markets just lose? The odds have always felt stacked against us, and you know what? The data proves it. Yeah, 90%. Just let that sink in for a second. And look, this isn't just a streak of bad luck. It's a systemic problem. It points to a deep, fundamental disadvantage that has just plagued the little guy from the very beginning. So why that number? Well, it all boils down to the human factor. We're emotional beings, right? We get swept up in these massive cycles of fear and greed. We react way slower than a machine ever could. And let's face it, we can't possibly process the same fire hose of information that a big Wall Street firm can. For years, we've been fighting a battle of gut instinct against pure data and speed. But, and this is a big but, this is where the entire story just completely flips. The game is being rewritten as we speak. And the turning point is that a true algorithmic advantage is finally available to everyone. And this comparison just says it all, doesn't it? On the left, the old way, stressful, emotional, gut-wrenching decisions. And on the right, the new way, cool, calm, and collected, based on pure data. We're talking about going from slow human reactions to instant automated execution, from having a tiny keyhole view of the market to an AI that sees everything, scanning thousands of sources at once. This is the revolution. All right, so how do you actually do this? Let's get into the good stuff, your new arsenal. These are the 5 specific AI superpowers that are available to you right now. First up, we've got Composer. Think of this as turning you into a quant. You know, those Wall Street wizards with PhDs in math, but without having to write a single line of code. It lets you build your own automated trading strategies from scratch. And the process is actually super straightforward. First, you define your strategy in plain English, something like, if tech stocks are up for the week, buy more. If they're down, sell. Then, and this is the magic part, you instantly backtest it. You can see exactly how that strategy would have performed over the last 5, 10 years. And if you like what you see, you turn it on and the AI trades it for you, 24/7, no emotion involved. Okay, superpower number 2 is Tickron. This is like giving your brain a massive pattern recognition upgrade. It's designed to spot all those classic chart patterns, head and shoulders, double bottoms, you name it, across the entire market all at once, something a human could never do. And what's really wild is just the sheer scale we're talking about here. A human analyst, a really good one, can maybe keep a close eye on 10, maybe 20 charts at a time. Tickron's AI, it's watching over 10,000 of them simultaneously. And it doesn't just find the patterns, it even tells you how confident it is that they'll play out. All right, this next one is cool. It's called Trade UI. And it's basically like getting X-ray vision to see what the pros call whale movements. These are the huge market-moving trades that the big hedge funds and institutions make behind the scenes, often in private exchanges called dark pools. And here's the key. It taps into institutional-grade data, the kind of stuff that used to be locked away or cost a fortune, to see where the smart money is placing its bets. When some massive fund makes a giant bet that a stock is about to pop, this tool can tip you off, giving you a chance to see the move before it hits the headlines. Now, for all you crypto folks, there's token metrics. You can think of this thing as your personal AI crypto analyst, working 24/7. It goes so much deeper than just looking at a price chart. It actually digs into the fundamental data that drives the crypto world, like on-chain data that shows how the coins are actually moving. I mean, it gives you the whole picture. It's predicting price trends, it's analyzing that deep on-chain data, it's gauging what people are saying on social media to see what's hot and what's not, and it can even manage and rebalance a portfolio for you automatically. It's all about making crypto decisions with a 360-degree view. And last but definitely not least, superpower number 5, Plutus. This tool is built on a simple, powerful truth. In today's markets, news moves prices, and speed is absolutely everything. So what Plutus does is perform what's called sentiment analysis at an impossible speed. We're talking about scanning millions of news articles, tweets, earnings calls, you name it, in milliseconds to get a real-time pulse on the market's mood. Being even just a second or two ahead of the crowd when big news drops can be the entire difference. Okay, we just went through some seriously powerful tools. But this next part is maybe the most important thing we'll talk about today, the new rules of engagement and how to actually use this stuff the right way. And I cannot stress this enough. This is the most important takeaway on this whole thing. AI is a tool, a ridiculously powerful, game-changing tool for sure, but it is not a magic button. It doesn't just print money. It doesn't eliminate risk, and it does not guarantee profits. The real winning formula, the approach that's going to dominate, is this hybrid model. It's the best of both worlds. It's your brain and the AI speed working together. You bring the strategy, the big picture insight, and most importantly, the risk management. And then you let the AI bring the speed, the data crunching power, and the flawless discipline to execute that plan without ever getting scared or greedy. So where does all of this leave us? Well, the final verdict is pretty simple and pretty stark. The entire landscape of trading and investing has changed, for good. This quote right here really just nails it. The era of just you against the charts is ending. If you choose to ignore these tools, you're not just trading the old way, you are now choosing to compete against algorithms that are faster, that see more data, and that have zero emotion. That's just not a fair fight anymore. So I'll just leave you with this one final question to think about. As we dive headfirst into this brand new age of trading, where individuals finally have access to Wall Street-grade tools, maybe the biggest risk you can take isn't in the market itself. Maybe the biggest risk is choosing to ignore the most powerful tools ever created to navigate it.